Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you.
Without you, how can I find love without you? I spent way too much time on you. Please don't hit my phone, 'cause I've been waiting on your call. Please leave me alone, 'cause I ain't love you for too long. Girl, it's cool. Trust me, girl, it's cool. And maybe you should lay down and use my body as a playground.
Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid 3 Part 1. This was sort of an impromptu stream. You'll probably notice there is no thumbnail. It's not in the usual time when I stream, which I guess is there is no usual time anymore because I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately. But here we are. Sort of just kind of was a little bummed out, and I was like, what can I do? Lift my spirits, and I was like, you know what, Metal Gear Solid 3, that sounds amazing. I've been wanting to do this anyway at some point, and I wanted to do a Kerotan, is that how it's pronounced, playthrough where I can get all the frogs. I've only done it one other time before on very easy, and that was because hang on. Actually, I really want to put I like MGS2, but then that'll start him with the stupid mask. Oh boy. I guess this makes me a liar, you guys, because I forgot I lost all my save data on my PS3 a while back, so I don't have European Extreme unlocked anymore. So I guess we're doing hard. Whoops.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
But I have a guide pulled up to show me the locations. Trust me, it's still very difficult to get all of them, regardless of whether or not you know the locations. Especially one of these early ones where you don't have a gun yet. Which is actually the reason that the first time I did this, I had to do it on the easiest setting, because you get the easy gun in that mode, so you can actually aim and shoot it. But the first one, I guess I'm gonna have to try to get with grenades.
Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility. Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off. Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
Temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The full surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Okay, the cutscenes are kind of, sort of, almost over. It's always an interesting experience streaming one of these, because I like to mute myself while the cutscenes play, and then I end up just sitting here for very long amounts of time. I think when I was doing MGS4, I actually had enough time to like eat dinner during some of the cutscenes. This really was the perfect one to remake. I be honest with you, I really don't care to see MGS1 or 2 remake, but MGS3, like, I feel MGS3 was obviously the most ambitious game that they had done, and as so far as like trying to get the most out of what the hardware would allow, like a woodland survival game. A woodland survival stealth game on the PlayStation 2 was basically impossible, and somehow they made it work. But like that sort of game would do so much better on more modern hardware. Whereas like
you're already in enemy territory.
MGS1 or 2, remaking that would just basically be prettifying it.
To refer to each other.
Maybe modernizing the control scheme a bit, making it more play like more of a shooter, since that's what everybody seems to want.
You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
You don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
I'm a slithery little snaky snake.
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major?
Oh, I got a new subscriber, you guys.
Let's see.
Hello, Chloe.
I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well.
Nerdy
You're
Hobbit.
completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio.
I love that. Why can't you just say press triangle?
Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship.
This game was on no other system
140.85
when it came out.
I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
All right, and now, after 20 minutes, we're playing. All right, and it's funny because that stuff never bothered me. Playing through the Metal Gear Solid games, especially for the first time, the cutscene length, even in 4, where there's like hour-long cutscenes, it never once bothered me. And then, you know, on subsequent playthroughs, I can skip past parts, so it's not a big deal. But whenever I started streaming these games, I really started to feel how long these cutscenes can be. In case anybody was curious, this is what the original Snake Eater played like. There was no third-person camera that you could control. It was this overhead sort of thing, and you could kind of maneuver it a little bit. Works perfectly fine in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, where you're, you know, indoors primarily, but out, and you have a radar, but out here in the wilderness, it was not a good look. Let's pull up the guide real quick. Climb up the tree and look southwest. Are we? How do I see where I'm at? I guess the map. It's been a little while, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're here. We're in the right spot. Okay, I see where it is. I should probably get my backpack first. Also, for some reason, the chat's not showing up on screen. Not the end of the world, but since I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube, I kind of like for you guys to be able to see what everyone's saying. But guess we'll just have to make do for today. Whoops. Yeah, it probably would have been a good idea to tell me how to hang from the branch.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
My backpack, Snake.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
Hello, Cadence.
You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about that. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know why it's not showing up.
The durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox.
This is the first game where you have to use the backpack to move items in and out of your inventory.
No weapons, equipment,
and
sweat or bodily
also the first one where suppressors
Same goes
wear
for
out.
bullets and cartridges too. Your presence in enemy territory
Wow,
is
that's
already
mighty
a violation
homophobic of you,
international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Well,
You've been given a fake
then you
death
should know
bill
how
for
hurtful that
purpose.
is.
SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium
What if I get
cyanide
captured?
capsule.
We got you covered.
Take it to your
Here's
body
this
so
pill
you
to
can
kill
take it
yourself.
when you need to.
How generous of you.
How generous.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth?
Okay,
before
guys,
the
by
mission?
the way, potassium
That's the one.
cyanide is not going to
Be
put you in
careful.
a state of
If you
false
remain in a
death.
state of false
Okay,
death for too
so don't
long,
try this at home.
nothing will be able to
Potassium
bring you back.
cyanide will put you in
Remember
a
that.
state of very real
I'll
death.
keep it in mind.
Very quickly.
You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Oh,
Relax. There's a
Snake,
support
you have
team
no idea.
ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to
see,
meet you.
I always wish Big Boss would have ended up with her instead of
As in a
Eva.
medic who
Eva
comes in by
sucked.
parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's
Paramedic's
John
cute.
Doe.
And they call you Jack
Eva is
for
a
short.
manipulator.
You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets
And
me
see, I was
record my
worried
mission
that my
data.
game had too much
That's
dialogue in
right.
it.
It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking
It's
of
just
snakes,
painful for me because
you remember
I
the
know all
boss,
of
don't
this
you?
already.
A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Also
Jack,
known as
is that
SAS.
you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
God damn.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
Who?
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins.
This is so random too. Like nobody
Politics
asked her
determine
all
who you
this.
face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's
Like she's been
evil.
preparing this
Is that why
speech,
you abandoned
and
me?
she just needed
No,
somebody to hear
It had
it.
nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top
He sounds like he's
brass
really
won't
trying
be
to prove
there
himself
forever.
to this
Once their
ridiculous
terms are up,
ideology.
Others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake,
All right, it's almost time to do stuff, you guys.
Some of the basics of CQC.
It's only been 30 minutes. It's fine. I'm ragging on it a bit, but
now.
This was I ate this up as a kid when I played this for the first time. Well, because it was all brand new to me, so I was deeply invested in what was going on. Now I'm just ready to get to the part where I get to do stuff. We have the gun that we need. So that's step one. Oh, wait, it branches off into 3 different directions. Okay. Well, I think there's some stuff over here. Gotta get some dinner ready. Okay, let's go around yonder. It should be somewhere up here. Alright, yeah, you see, very easy to get to when you have a gun. We'll see if I can get it later without one. I remember having a lot of trouble with it back in high school. Wah, yeah. I never did like that game. Those sorts of games could never hold my attention for very long. You know, like the games that don't really have a lot going on. It's just like doing the same thing over and over again, trying to beat a high score, or just like progressive levels just get harder and harder. Okay. Okay, this one. So this guide that I'm looking for, or that I'm looking at, is it's based on the map, which previous one that I used had like pictures and stuff, but I'm gonna, oh, don't hit me with the, ah! I'm sorry, it's fine. We're buddies. Okay, this shows that it should be past the swamp area. Oh, hey, stuff. And it looks like it should be somewhere. There it is. All right, we're 2 for 2 so far. Bummer that I couldn't play this on European Extreme. It's disappointing. Gonna put Angry Bird stuff on the server now? Please don't. Oh, good, a cutscene. Major, I'm not alone. Sokolov's being guarded.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Major, I have to go to the bathroom. Major, I had a bad dream.
Your presence in Soviet territory
Major, tell me a
is already
bedtime
a
story.
violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission
Okay,
is to
boss,
sneak
nobody
through
asked
the
you.
jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint.
Oh.
Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted.
Don't be a dummy.
But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the
common
camo
area of
index.
complaint with this game from
The camo
people
index
is
shows how
having
well
to
your
navigate
current
menus
camouflage
constantly to
blends in with
change
the
your
surrounding area.
camouflage.
The higher the value,
I'm really not sure
the harder you
how.
are to spot, and vice versa.
Like, I'm sure there's a way to do it better.
The
I'm just not
key
sure
is to make yourself
what that would
one
look
with
like.
nature. Keep
You
that
know.
in mind as you go along, okay?
Like having to change camo to blend in with your environment better is an interesting idea. But because the terrain changes, like just from grass to mud, and it changes constantly in that manner. It's like you're constantly having to navigate menus and change your camo. It's kind of tedious. So I'd be interested how that could be balanced out a bit better.
What the?
Shh, go to sleep. Okay, let's look for the next one. Top of a standing hollow tree. I know where that's at. It's so hard to fine-tune the aim with the thumbstick. Somebody give me a mouse. All right. Oh, this is a dead end. I know what this is. Okay. We'll come back here later. Much later.
What's wrong?
Who are you talking to? I think that's all of them. Nope. Now that's got to be all of them. All right, so far so good. What's this? Therm G's. I love me some Therm G. Alright. Those guys earned some rest. They've been working hard. Round the clock. Dolina Vodno. Dog, ain't no way they can't see you sitting right there with your binoculars. Wait till you see how close I am to those guys. Oh, and then he stands. Yeah, dude, that's not smart. Although he doesn't know how to crouch yet and move. We don't learn that until later. Wait. There we go. Yeah, get out of here. Bees. Bees. Oh, wait. Where's the frog? Hang on. Okay, it's before the bridge. It's somewhere over here. Probably in the tree. On top of the bridge pole. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think Tiger Stripe works as a good one-size-fits-all camo for this game. Until you get to, like, the mountaintop. Certain areas. But, like, in the jungle areas, I think it's the best. Oh boy. I think it's triangle. Yes, it is. Okay. I was like, I don't remember which button to press to grab on. And if I make a mistake, I'll die. Alright, I got a rifle. And some pills. And some ammo. Alright, let's... Woodland... And I think Tiger Stripe is typically gonna be, it's not always gonna be the best, but it's the, if I recall correctly, it's the most, you know, sort of one size fits all. You might have some areas where a different camo would be slightly better, but if you want to go through the game without changing your camo constantly, I think this is the best one to go with. Okay, I think the coast is clear. Let's skedaddle before that changes. Ah! Woo! Thank you, loading transition screen, for giving me a loophole and allowing me to walk right past those guys without being spotted. Let's see if Cadence is flooding my server with Angry Bird stuff. She is not. Good.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Consult the guide. Okay, so this... It doesn't even have a description. And it's not even on the map, so it's somewhere on the other side of the fence, I guess. It's somewhere over there. We'll find it. Oh crap, it reset my aim. There we go. Uh-oh.
The enemy, he's here.
No, nobody's here. Dang it. Ah! Uh-oh. Let me stay in this green patch. It's okay, guys. We got this. There's a slight snafu. Oh, they must be going for the other guy. Well, isn't that just goofy? Yeah, and the caution phase in this game drags on forever compared to previous titles. Oh, come on, what? Don't start the caution phase over again. What do you mean, what's wrong? What's the problem now? I don't see him going for either of the guards that are down. Okay, I don't have time for this. Oh, they didn't go after... Wait, they didn't go after any of the guards that were down. Everyone's still asleep. Normally when they say what's wrong, that means they saw someone that was unconscious and went to go wake them up. Okay. I hear all the grass rustling around me and it's all animals. I don't know where the remaining enemies are. There's one. Oh, huh, there's another one.
What's wrong?
And that's it. Well, I didn't want to start killing, especially so early, but since we already started, I don't see a reason to stop. You know, I've gotten a taste for blood now. What? Hello? Why? Wait! No! That's not fair! The caution thing went away. I thought that meant everyone was unconscious.
This is HQ.
Oh, you...
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
God damn it. Oh, I ain't ready for this.
He's over there.
Oh, get in the grass. Snake, hurry! Crawl faster! There's only enough room down here for one snake. Huzzah! Uh-oh. Nope, it was the wind.
HQ, please.
Some really aggressive wind here in Russia.
Patrol here.
The middle of nowhere, Russia.
Intruder. Going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
By the way, that little flip that I did to knock the guard over and then stab him was a favorite of online players back in the day. They would run up to you, knock you over by rolling into you, and then stab you in the butt before you could get up. I just wanted to find the frog, you guys. I really thought I had gotten everybody. Normally, if the caution phase disappears like that when it's still at a high number, and it just like randomly disappears, that means that there's no one left to be cautious of you. Oh, wait. He said what's wrong. Is he going for the guy? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot everybody in the leg, and then they'll all just pass out later. Oh. Oh, he already has one. Oh, my bad, guy. I gave him a double dose. Don't make me go guns blazing during the tutorial mission. They're not falling fast enough. I shot all of them in the leg, but some of them are falling way sooner than the others. Let's just go find the frog. I mean, I hear more guys falling, but it doesn't matter anymore, because they're just going to be woken up right away. What's wrong? What's wrong? You don't sound like you care at all. Alright, well, let's see. I can get a better idea now where it is on the map. It's kind of towards the left here, off of an area outside of my reach. An area that I can't physically go to. I don't know if I can see it from here though. So we'll have to go around to the other side.
What's wrong?
Apparently I stab harder when I'm crouching than when I'm crawling. Dude. Okay. They're very durable. If I was crouching, that would be one stab.
That guy? I know he's close.
I know he's somewhere nearby. Don't, no, nobody look. Hang on. Do. Just get everybody out of the way real quick. Oh, hang on. Everybody's gonna judge the heck out of me, but I don't have the patience to wait for the caution timer to slowly tick its way down to nothing, and I don't have any tranquilizer rounds. I mean, at this point, it'd probably be best to just suicide and start over. Actually, that's silly me. The cool thing about the fake death pill is you can treat it just like a real death. And so I can just avoid all the headache. Right, so the frog is somewhere. It's somewhere over here. Unfortunately, there's no description of where exactly it is. I don't know if it's on the ground. Wait. Oh, there it is. Is there a guy up there? Hey, a shotgun. Okay, no. That guy that was up there apparently was just part of the caution phase. Nobody else out here.
What's wrong?
After all that trouble I went through. Oh, come on.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Hello. Okay, but now I'm not going to make that the same mistake I made last time and assume that I'm safe. There's another guy over there. I don't know why he doesn't count towards that that caution phase. I don't know why I'm bothering to get stuff, because we're gonna lose everything that we've got so far in just a minute. It doesn't really matter, but I just have the need to collect. So bear with me. We're gonna get stuff. I hear another guard outside too. Probably right outside that window. Cutscene time.
You must be Sokolov. Are you
One of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process. Or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
So this is the legendary boss. Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz. Huh. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
You're not the boss, are you? Operatives? What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. you tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Alrighty. Back to gameplay. Oh, controller died. Well, it didn't die. It just turned off to save power. That's it. That's it. Metal Gear is over, folks. Now there never needs to be another Metal Gear game. Trust me, everybody. This was for the best. This is gonna solve a lot of problems down the road. Okay, I mean, now we're basically done with the frogs. So we're just gonna do some walking. Or some running. Get our exercise in. Do a little roll here. And another cutscene. I'll see you guys in another half hour.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go. Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
I'm dying, man.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to
Hello,
get
pause
those
time,
wounds
and
treated.
Mohammed?
Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can
Paramedic's
handle
the best. Paramedic is bae.
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
it? Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
Okay.
If you select cure, you can start the treatment.
What?
Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow,
how's he got
and wood bone,
999
and lacerations
of everything?
on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be
That
fixed
better be
using
what my
surgical
inventory looks like.
treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound.
I did. Oh shit.
If you do
Was I supposed to
everything
write all that
mentioned,
down?
the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at remembering
Go into the survival viewer and treat
what
those
sorts of things I
wounds.
need for different types of wounds. Did you guys know that you can use an original PlayStation 1 controller on the PlayStation 2, even the one without the thumbsticks? I mean, you won't get much use out of it because it doesn't have thumbsticks, but you can. I've done it. You can also use the PlayStation 1 controller with thumbsticks, and it'll mostly work. You just won't have the pressure sensitivity. So there's just a random fun fact for you guys. Okay, what am I looking at? Suffering from a deep cut, bleeding, no bandage applied, not yet disinfected. That did something. That did something. I like how I can bandage it before applying the disinfectant. All right. Bone fractured. Splint, bandage. I got a lot of cuts. So that's just a suture kit, bandage, styptic, and disinfectant. And then bone fracture is just splint and bandage. And we're all done. So you guys, I know first aid now, thanks to this game. If there's ever an emergency, I'm your guy. I know exactly what to do.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. A tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal, huh?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
All right, we're back for a few minutes. I'm losing all the viewers during the cutscenes. I might start skipping them. I guess I'm making the assumption that some people might be interested in the story. I do have a previous stream of this on my YouTube, though. It wasn't the best quality. It was the best I could manage at the time, but it wasn't great. Okay, where are we? We should be in Dremuchij East. Yes. And it is... Oh, that is not what it looks like at all. Who drew this? So it actually should be somewhere nearby. I'm pretty close to it. It's somewhere in this vicinity. So see, there's like this little choke point right here. And it's supposedly somewhere up here, but I don't see it. Is there a tree I can climb? No. It's just... Oh, there it is. Alright, let me make sure I didn't miss anything back here that I could maybe collect. You know how much I love collecting stuff. Alright. Moving on. Dremuchij North. But that's not the next one it shows. The next one it shows is back at the place where we found Sokolov. So weird. Climb up the tree in the center of the map. West. There's supposed to be a snake hanging somewhere nearby. Where's that at? Oh, is there a thing back here? Is there anything I can collect? No. There it is. Oh, there's the horse. Should have tranked it. I guess, I don't suppose I have a trank gun? If I do... No, I now have a green tree python. So that's fun. How about you can just throw dead animals at your enemies? That's lovely. And here we go again.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Alrighty, and we're back. Okay, so we're gonna have some ne'er-do-wells coming bother us in a second, but first we're in the north. Okay, my map doesn't. What are these drawings? The map doesn't look anything like this. Hang on. No. Uh-oh.
What the hell is this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Control here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
I hate this forced caution phase.
Use extra caution.
Alright, it's okay. I do have 2 stun grenades. I don't remember how effective they are, but traditionally, stun grenades in Metal Gear games are pretty much useless. The only time I've ever actually seen them be useful is during the staircase segment in the original MGS. I want to try it, but at the same time, I don't want something awful to happen. They'll probably go into an alert phase. That's what tends to happen. I don't know if obviously not all Metal Gear games are this. Damn it, Snake! You couldn't just back up. Why'd you have to do all that, all the theatrics? Turn around. All right. Stealthy stab time. All right. Quick tip: use the D-pad, and that way your footsteps don't make any noise, but you move super slow. It's not great, but it's foolproof. And now to... Uh-oh. Don't look. It's fine. They didn't see any of that. Wait, they really didn't. What a bunch of idiots. Huh, morons. Well, we might as well go back down this way anyway. And get these. So there's the swampland. Okay, it's in the open area. Looks like further to the north, so it looks like up here. So, oh, there it is. I see it. All right, so this is the challenging part. Oh, he's got hearts for eyes. Bro. Dog. Hello? I just want to stab the frog. Is it possible to come back here after you meet up with Eva? I don't want to chance it. That would make things so much easier. Okay. I can't tell if that worked because, you know, my ears are ringing. I'm going to assume yes, because it affected the alligator. Oh, I got a leech. Adorable. Threw myself off by changing the camera. Prism has a bunch of notifications. Okay, it keeps alternating between telling me the health of my stream is excellent and then saying it's not. I'm not dropping many frames. Is there a goat? Why is there a goat here? Oh heck. I thought I still had the knife out. Whoops. I just kicked a rabbit. Apparently that killed it. And there's the frog. So you can see my dilemma. Do chaff grenades work? Uh-oh. I don't know if that counted. That definitely didn't. Oh, there's actual grenades. Wait. I'll just throw a snake at it. Then I'd have to re-equip it in my inventory every time. Oh my god. Everything just rolls down. I don't even know if this would work if it was within range. But everything's either too far or it rolls off and is way too close. See, it's only slightly lower. I hate it. I give up. I'm gonna see if I can come back with my gun. But I'm thinking not. And if not, we'll just end the stream, and then I'll figure out a way to get them, and then start the next one some other day. So let's run ahead. I don't know, I'm feeling like somehow like the gate closes or something. I'm not sure. And I picked up another leech. Oh, Snake, you almost died, dog. Got him. Stupid bug. Oh, what the? Oh no, I got bit. There's a snake. Where'd he go? I'm sure I've got an antidote, maybe? No. Oh, other side. Venom. I mean, serum. We're treating venom. No? Oh, that's the leech. That's the venom. There we go. Oh crap! I didn't know there was a guy in that direction too. Not like right there. He's gonna keep coming, isn't he?
No one here after all.
There's nobody here. was that?
I was being all fancy, and that's gonna get me spotted.
Who's that?
Oh, crap, missed. How did I miss that? Hello?
This is HQ.
They don't know.
Sending reinforcements.
Forward. There we go.
Over there?
No.
I see him.
No, come on. Oh my fuck. Okay. Hey, look, a cliff. Bum bum ba-da-dum. Bum ba-dum. All right, perfect stealth. Let's go.
Huh? Who was that?
Of course, he turns around right as I go to stand up. Why is it always the same owl sound every time a game uses an owl sound? It's hoo 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 hoo. And every time there's like a truck horn in a movie or a video game, it's always like
Nobody here.
Anybody else notice that?
Huh?
And that's how you play Metal Gear Solid 3. That's the right way to do it, right there, folks. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get to the next area as quickly as possible. So I can see if I can backtrack or not. Because my plan on how to tackle this kind of hinges on that. I think there's stuff over here.
Huh?
Yeah, there's stuff. Raindrop uniform. Yeah, most of the uniforms you'll never use. I don't think there's any soldiers here right now. I think we're safe. Seriously, it's that same owl for everything, in every movie, every cartoon, every video game. Oh no, there's no one in here. Guess I better just leave. I like how there's a bunch of thermal goggles. I like how there's a bunch of thin, tall lockers, and then there's just this one snake-sized locker that I can fit in. I'm skipping this, by the way. Alright, now that I have a gun again, it's pew-pew time. And they're really aggressive with that door. While they're preoccupied with that over there. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a bad idea. I just want to see, it does look like it's closed. I want to see if there's a way to crawl under. This is really the only thing I care about. Because I feel like there was a way. There is! What? Invisible barrier. Okay, I have a plan. Okay, they all leave? Alright. This is harder to do on PS3.
What? Not here? He's not here? Did he get away?
He moved. I think I did it right too. But he was moving. I shouldn't have attempted that. Uh-oh. There's nothing to see here, fellas. You think they'll figure out where I'm at?
What's wrong?
If I just pick them off from right here?
What? Ow!
Apparently not. No, don't mind this pile of dead bodies here. I know one of them. Yeah, I see him. One of them's on the roof. This is very hard to do. It's way easier to do on the PS2, but because of the way that the triggers are on the PlayStation 3, it's a lot harder. There we go. Any gun is a sniper rifle with binoculars, with a little bit of creativity. Time to slither around and find the last two guys. Wait, I'll just hide right here. Nobody can see me right here. Right? Well, imagine having to play like this. And having to switch to first person every time you want to look around. Gross. I hope there's nobody up there. There's one. Alright, one left. And I have no clue where he's at. What was that? There he is. Oh, what? No, no, roll. Nope, don't scratch your back like a bear. Roll out the window. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see. Time for the moment of truth. Oh, it's open. The whole thing is open. I'm an idiot. I did this run through ages ago in high school, and the reason I didn't do it on a harder difficulty, I did it on the easiest difficulty, was because I couldn't get those frogs in the earlier stages because I didn't have a gun, and then very easy comes with the EZ gun, which is an unlimited ammo tranquilizer gun. And silly me, I didn't think about the fact that this area would be open again after I got my guns back. I've been living a lie all these years. See, I can't do it quick enough. There we go. I guess I can. Well, I couldn't do it quick enough to stop him from kicking his buddy awake, is what I was gonna say. I guess I might as well get the frogs in reverse order now. That's probably why the map showed that area first on the guide that I'm looking at. Cool, so I know I can come back here. But I don't know if I like skipping those cutscenes, so what I think I'm gonna do, you guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and then during the next stream, I'll come through this, you know, the right way, stealthily, and then I'll let those cutscenes roll. I really wanted to see if I could come back and get these frogs with my guns later. That was the main purpose of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and I will do this again at some point in the future. Everybody, stay beautiful. Have a good night.
I'll be sitting low tonight on ESPN for the fight. Go nonchalant or borderline, I'm regular like Mordecai. The path I'm on and mortifies like discipline or crucified. A deity without the side, a property to show divine. They praying that I suicide to prove that I ain't do it right. There's nothing they can tell you ever undersell my overtime, cause I be taking good advice from those who make a home in mine. I choose the people dear by if they care if I be doing fine. I wrote them out the privacy, but they ain't want no part of me. How the hell you fear the beast when you declare us enemies? Hey, but I don't live your fantasy, unwanted like a parody. My music is a therapy, but you're not necessarily. Apparently, I'm better when I'm worked up, how embarrassing. A pair of these will make your bitch want something new, a parody. I be stepping like Imperial, I get better when the truth is told. Come approach me when you're feeling bold, and we can kick it spiritual. Like if you take responsibility, I'm glad you made the weight. If you're not there, you might consider showing up to find a pace. I think if I can show you love, then you can probably show yourself. Maybe I'll write my way of thinking down and put it on a shelf for helping. I'll be sitting low tonight on ESPN for the fight. Go nonchalant or borderline, I'm regular like Mordecai. The path I'm on and mortifies like discipline or crucified. A deity without the side, a property to show divine. They praying that I suicide to prove that I ain't do it right. There's nothing they can tell you ever undersell my overtime, cause I be taking good advice from those who make a home in mine. I choose the people dear by if they care if I be doing fine. Leaning back and watching people hate on mine. A baby said don't worry cause they fake online. And for everybody you don't hesitate, and they don't like it cause you put a fucking mirror in their face all the time. And I be sticking with it, pitted, fitted perfectly on wicked crickets. Maybe I be stretching just a tad for the fan. Look, I get it, pin it, grab it, win it. Honestly, I've been defended. Y'all don't wanna half admit the work I do is tiresome, but bitch, I've been a champion. So crown me now or hand me it, and I can deem myself without your help. In fact, I'm planning this. Won't miss the piss I'm standing in. I'll kiss the missing cat again. I'm sure it's not my problem. If you thought that I was average, you left, so you out of it bad. See how loud I get mad if you grab for this, bam. Take a metal fist, guess I'm the mentalist. Chess, set the precedence, test how I christen this. Blessed on the precipice, 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 precipice.